I'm Adrian, the Cruise and Travel Guy. Just days ago, Carnival Cruise Line announced a brand new, zero-proof, non-alcoholic drinks package. But for Australians, the launch was anything but smooth sailing. In fact, it highlighted the inequality that exists between the Australian and US markets. And I'll tell you exactly why now. Remember, when it's time to plan your next cruise or holiday, head to my website first, where you can search, compare, and book. Late last week, Carnival announced its brand new zero-proof drinks package. For the first time, one daily price covers a whole range of non-alcoholic drinks. A big improvement over the previous non-alcoholic package, which was really just unlimited soft drink, something with limited appeal. The new zero-proof package costs $39.99 Australian dollars per day. There's no minimum age. It includes a whole range of Coca-Cola branded sodas, standard juices, non-alcoholic cocktails, alcohol-free beer, and so on and so forth. But there's one very important exclusion compared to the US version of the package. The US version costs $29.99 US dollars per day, but has one significant inclusion that ours doesn't: specialty coffee and tea. To make matters worse, the original announcement actually claimed that the Australian package would also include specialty coffee and tea, but that was later corrected. I put the question directly to Carnival, seeking to understand why the Australian market is treated differently to the US market. And although I wasn't given a direct answer to that specific question, a Carnival Cruise Line spokesperson did say, "Carnival Cruise Line Australia apologizes for an inaccurate Cheers zero-proof non-alcoholic beverage package that appeared briefly on our website when it was launched last week. Premium coffee and teas are not included in the Australian package. Guests who no longer want the package can get a refund via Cruise Manager on the website. They can go to their booking and order details to edit the order." Now, Aussies and Kiwis are known for our love of coffee. In fact, I'm going to say that outside of Europe, we're probably one of the biggest consumers and lovers of the caffeinated stuff. And I'm wondering if that could be potentially why Carnival decided to exclude it from our local package. As with all decisions being made by cruise lines, particularly in the Australian market, which is a lot more challenging to operate in than other parts of the world, I have to imagine that financial considerations have played a big role in how this package was designed for our local market. Converting the US package cost of roughly $30 US dollars per day to Australian dollars results in roughly a $45 per day charge based on our rough exchange rate at the moment. So our package today does technically cost less than the American version. That $5 per day, I suppose, can go towards funding your barista addiction when you're on your next cruise, at least partially. It's a bit of a strange one. I think the Australian market is always in this weird spot where cruise lines are understandably trying to make sure that they can remain profitable while they operate here, but that does lead to some pretty big omissions when it comes to the way that we are treated versus other markets. And we're used to this. It's pretty much stock standard for us. This, I think, was not helped by the fact that Carnival made the initial error in listing that as an inclusion when it wasn't. So I think that has not contributed well to the way that this has been received across social media in particular. Let me know in the comments, how do you feel about this package? Do you think that the exclusion of coffee is a big deal? Or are you just happy that there is an alternative that offers non-alcoholic options for a fairly reasonable per day cost? As always, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure you subscribe to stay up to date with everything that I've got coming up next. And you can also give me a follow on Facebook and Instagram at The Cruise and Travel Guy. Thanks again, and I'll see you soon.